if your sweetness could reach everyone, there'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. Your smile. What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.
괜찮을지 몰랐어요. 다 왔죠? 아닌가요?
어제는 분명히 따라비 오름하고 비슷하다고 그러셨는데.
크게 다르지 않습니다.
아 멋지다. 아 엠마님.
엠마님 힘내세요.
아 인생샷이 인생샷이.
자, 히말라야 등반 중이십니다 지금.
무슨 부귀영화를 보겠다고서.
잎사귀가 철쭉이야.
그쵸.
네, 철쭉 잎사귀야.
내가 아는 철쭉이야. 와, 전 아침을
소원 선생님이 뭐라 그러시는지 아세요? 저녁은 회예요. 나보고 그 소리 듣고 힘내라셨어. 네. 왜 가야만 했을까? 이거. 하늘 맑아진다.
is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen many places where the beauty never ends.
진짜 수량이 많네.
Different cities, friendly faces, and perhaps I'm going back. But I don't have to be chasing every dream that I have. Oh, no. 'Cause the thing is, I've got more love here than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.